It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway.
Takes it at the 7.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a pickup of 3 and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one. He'll be back the very next series.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. pistol. McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey.
Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Throwing now is Lance.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Danny Gray.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Niners use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The tackle there by George Odom.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a play fake. Lance. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. From 13 yards out. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
We'll see a return here from the end zone.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Mara, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Rolling to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
Okay, ready?
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Lance looking to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Here we go.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, 15 yards. And the 49ers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. You're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking to throw. Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Meyer, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. Analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. On play action, Lance. And that is incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Come on, set.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Shavarius Ward in on the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard. And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense? It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground. And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 90 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run. Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Down inside the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their... All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Play action, now it's Lance. They'll roll him out right. Right side, and he finds Gray.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Here's Lance.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
McCaffrey is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line.
Let's go.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
The kick by Gold is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A 1st down throw for Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to fourth down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47 -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They'll start out here with the option left. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Jackson.
That one complete to Crochet.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message, hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. How about this opening drive? Play number 12 now. This is 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At their own 27. They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. This is McCaffrey on the give. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. And Lance now to throw. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 34 yards. And the Niners are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a busted coverage.
Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each